Renee Parsons' post has since gone viral, with many doubting her claims that the dollar had drugs on it and led to her hospitalization. News 2's Stephanie Langston. She spoke with some of those doctors. She joins us live now with more on what they have to say. Stephanie.
Well, bottom line, simply touching a drug and overdosing is highly unlikely. That's according to medical experts I spoke with both here at Vanderbilt as well as others across the country.
The risks of exposure through the skin are incredibly small.
Dr. Caleb Alexander is a professor in epidemiology and medicine at Johns Hopkins Bloomberg School of Health.
The risk is quite low, but theoretically, yes, someone could touch it with their skin. And then if they touch their eyes or their mouth or their nose, theoretically, they could have an exposure that way.
Ingesting a drug such as fentanyl is a much different story, as David Edwards told us last month.
I just can't put my hand in a bag and touch some powder and overdose from fentanyl. You pick up some of those dollar bills, and maybe there's a bunch of powder in there, and then put that in your mouth. Then that's a different scenario. You can certainly overdose from ingesting a good amount of powder.
But that's not been the case when the Perry County Sheriff put out a warning in June about money with fentanyl found at multiple gas stations, or with Renee Parsons' most recent story of finding a dollar bill and becoming unconscious. Dr. Elizabeth Poorman with the University of Illinois Chicago says the misunderstanding seems particularly prevalent among police, and the concern is it may discourage first responders or bystanders from helping someone experiencing an overdose. Dr. Alexander saying there is a much bigger message coming from these recent reports.
I think the main message is not so much don't pick up the dollar bill. It's that if you have a friend or family member that may have addiction, work with them to get treatment, because treatment is safe, effective, and it works.
And we'll have a link to some of those resources on our website, WKRN.com. Stephanie Langston, News 2.